You are listening to The Atheist, Antidote Show.
And now for a needle of truth in a haystack of lies, another segment of the Think Tank.
What they don't tell you, which is just amazing, Mexico has some of the tightest southern border security in the entire world. They've even been known to kill people in Mexico. Yeah, so on their southern border, it's locked up watertight. The irony is just almost amazing.
The immigration thing is such a people problem. It's not really as much of a policy problem. You always have people afraid to say anything negative about it. The spin will be you don't like this group of people. So be it gay marriage or be it immigration, when you say anti-gay marriage, what people hear is I don't like homosexuals, or anti-immigration, I don't like Mexicans. So even if you have an awesome argument and two solid legs to stand on, it doesn't matter. We're not dealing with rational people, and that's what makes this whole thing frustrating.
And what's amazing about the Democrats is even in this bill, there's all these built-in structures to turn every one of these illegal immigrants into a second-class citizen. So technically they'll be able to vote, and technically they'll be able to work. But that's the only two things that they'll be able to do technically for like 20 years that you and I are able to do. And here's what dawns on me. They have to have this underclass. They have to be able to say, look, these Republicans hate you, you're not equal, but they also need the votes. This gives them both. The Democrats have no interest in turning Hispanics into actual citizens because then they can't demagogue that issue because they can't drag it out every election and scare the crap out of people and divide us. They're not full citizens, which actually resonates with me. We already went through slavery in this country and a race war in this country. Now we're going to have a whole other splintering of a race war. It's like gasoline on their political fire. They love this stuff.
They need it. Well, it's pretty redundant to just beat up technology, but I do really notice that it has changed the way we react with one another and such.
Absolutely.
If you just take a step back and you just look how people deal with one another, and it's not necessarily even a bad thing. If you have somebody who you're with, like say you're married or your family, and everybody kind of agrees that this time is for technology and this time is for talking, and within reason separate those, you'll be fine. But it's just all consuming. Personally, I can't regulate. I'm always on my phone. Always.
I totally agree. But see, before I throw technology under the bus when I have these conversations, I always say it's a value thing. The values are so much more important than people think. You set your values in your life, and then you let your values conduct yourself rather than your base instincts. And it's the same thing with technology. For example, technology can be wielded for such power and such good. I'm sure we agree on that. But just like you said, if you set your home, once this time, cell phones go in a basket. If you allow your values to sort of put the wind in the sail of your ship, you're going to be fine because your technology is only going to enhance the other time. But if you let it all bleed into one, like so many of us do, like I do, for example, then you just get lost in the weeds. And I really think that's the way it is.
If you would leave your phone at the house and you knew you were going to be gone on a day, that would be extremely upsetting. Or do you take your phone with you from room to room to room in the house? Are you emotionally, mentally aware of where your phone is at all times?
Yeah.
And check for every single one of those. That's me. Check.
That's me too. My wife calls it the other woman.
Independently of your wife saying that, she's never heard her say that. She calls my iPhone my second wife. I said, how can you be jealous of an inanimate object? Well, because it's getting attention that I should be getting. That's the response.
On the other side of it, you're just able to do so much. You're able to interact with the world in such a new way. It's infectious.
Visit the Atheist Antidote YouTube channel and follow him on Facebook and Twitter.